Yo, it's your boy Crypto Blood. How you guys doing today? I wanted to pass this video by, share this with you guys. It's a pretty good interview, a 3-minute interview with John McAfee and Bloomberg television, and I thought it was interesting, and it pertains to the mining state in China with their current legislation and ban on ICOs and Bitcoin. So I want you guys to check this out and give me your feedback on the on the actual interview. It's only 3 minutes, so it won't be long. Also, if you guys, I've been getting a decent amount of requests for the technical analysis consultations. So if you are interested, please keep in mind that try to pick currency pairs that are available on tradingview.com. That way I can give you the most value out of the technical analysis, because those are the tools that I'm using currently. And that is it for that. So check out this video, let me know your thoughts, and look forward to hearing from you guys. Peace.
So you had some interesting comments today here at the VidCon about what's happening in China. Of course, we know about the crackdown on initial coin offerings and also the crackdown on exchanges. Now you're saying some CEOs of Chinese Bitcoin companies can't travel. What are you hearing on the ground about the state of disruption right now?
Within China, everything is extremely uncertain. Any officer of any cryptocurrency exchange in China may not leave. Okay, they're not being arrested at the airport, but they've been told privately that they should stay in Beijing. The rest of the world is in chaos, of course, because no one knows what's coming next. I mean, are they going to ban mining? That would be extremely disruptive to the Chinese economy and to the world. A
lot of the Bitcoin mines globally are in China.
Well, the largest is in China, owned by Jihong Wu. You know, tens of thousands of machines mining 24 hours a day. And those coins are staying in China. So I do not think that will happen. And I truly believe that the Chinese government is a very rational government, and in the long run will come back and legalize ICOs with certain legislative restraints. That will legalize exchanges, again, with controls. Because what's happened, people have taken advantage of China. People would come over and do ICOs in China, promising 1,000% return in a week. Okay, oh, please, you can't do that. And so it was making everybody look bad. So I think in the long run, it's very good for the cryptocurrency community.
But do you think there will be too much regulation? Are more governments going to over-regulate and crack down? Because you've heard all the arguments. There's no intrinsic value, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, well, of course they will. But this will be a seesaw effect. Because when legislation is enacted, people will get around it. We're talking about a decentralized world, a decentralized process where peer-to-peer activity is common. You cannot legislate that. Well, you can, but then how are you going to enforce it? You'd have to have an enforcer in everybody's home. Well, we can't do that. So yes, they will enact legislation. People will get around it. More legislation will be enacted. People will get around it. But in the end, governments will lose, because the power of this technology supersedes and is way above the power of centralized government.
Now, I know you're on record as saying you expect significantly higher prices. We saw this dip after the China crackdown, right, but it's already coming back up. It's already come back
to 4,000. Okay, it was at 4,000, and it was not just China. It was Jamie Dimon of J.P. Morgan.
Well, he called it
a fraud. Right? Well, I went on right after and said, please, sir, wake up. Which is the fraud? Because it cost my company over $1,000 to create a Bitcoin. What does it cost to create a $100 bill? Please, a year from now it's going to be $20,000.
Do you see Hong Kong playing a significant role now that China is not necessarily playing in the game at this point? Hong Kong, a lot of cryptocurrency companies have started up here.
Well, here's the problem with Hong Kong. It is still legally part of China, all right? And while China has had difficulty integrating it, if they choose, they could step here and collect me and everybody here. So I think Hong Kong, too close to China. You know, I'm thinking Switzerland, India, the Philippines, you know, reasonable places. The world is a large place.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching another episode of Double Spin with your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out. Holla.